All right, hey guys, back again. Want to look more at hip mobility. There's a drill out here that's very popular. It's called the 90-90 drill, and or the shin box drill. And this drill is really excellent at helping you with hip mobility. So if you can see right here, Ainoa's hip mobility is phenomenal. She can do this drill both with her hands supporting her and with no hands, which is the next level of the drill. And people like me, we can't. It's really difficult to do this level of the drill, and this is a beginner drill. So I'm going to give you some modifications to make this drill even more beginner for those of us who are really tight and inflexible. So let's check it out. So first thing, obviously, you're gonna put our hands behind us because we can't sit up. We don't have. I've been drilling this for a while now, so I'm getting better at it. But originally, I couldn't sit up. I couldn't support myself, so I needed my hands on the ground to support me. So when you're doing this is okay, no problem using your arms, but don't let your shoulders sink. You see this right here, how my neck's sinking below my shoulders. This puts a lot of strain in this area. What you want to do is you want to push. Okay, this one helps you force the mobility back down here, and two, it keeps your shoulders from hurting. Okay, because now we're training hips, so we don't want to have shoulder problems. Okay, so we're in this position. We want our feet to be about just outside of shoulder width. Okay, and we're gonna just slowly let one knee drop and let the other one fall. Now, for some people, this is as far as you're gonna get, and you're gonna feel a lot of tension here on the outside of the leg, right here in the hip. That's fine. If this is as far as you can go, that's okay. And then come back, okay? And then go into the other side. Okay, no problem if this is all you can do. This is kind of where I started too. So if you're a little more flexible than that, you can try to get your legs all the way to the ground. So we're gonna get all the way down. Okay, so this might cause some pain here on the outside of the knee, or because the hip is pulling. If you're that inflexible, you can bring this foot back a little bit. Okay, so we're not gonna do necessarily the 90-90 side to side. We're gonna be here in this position. And once you're here, just try to inch your hand up as far as you can. Remember, pushing through and activate the core. Okay, so now you're gonna really feel most of that pressure down here in the hip. And from here, we're gonna do, you have two options. You can do squeezes. So we're gonna squeeze our glutes, and we can just do repetitions. So hold for 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and you're gonna really feel a stretch here. Or we can just hold for time. So 30 seconds, just kind of squeezing the glutes. What's gonna happen is you're gonna feel this knee go down to the ground. You're gonna feel this knee go down to the ground, and just squeezing your butt. Make sure you're breathing and trying to hold this position. You're gonna feel that hip stretching, basically. And so you need to play around with this a little bit. Right now I'm facing forward, but you can rotate this way. In squeezing, you're gonna feel a stretch in a little bit different area. Rotate this way as well. And again, the goal is to find out where you're tight and to work through that range of motion. If you want to up this a little bit, you still have to. You can use your hand here, pulling here, and this helps you to be straighter. And again, still we're trying to focus on the hips, squeezing, right? Okay, so let's look at the other side. Make sure you always do the same thing on both sides. So say you can get your leg down with your hands back, no problem. So you want to practice going from side to side, right? It's okay if you hear popping or cracking. Sound noise is okay as long as there's no pain with it, okay? Because the joints and muscles and tendons, when we're not moving them in this range of motion, they're just not used to it. But when we do move them there, they pop, they snap, they crack, air releases, whatever the case may be. You might hear no problem, even in the ankles. And this is okay. If it hurts though, if there's pain, stop. You might have done something. We need to reassess. Okay, so let's say we are able to be in this position, right? We're gonna rock from side to side. I recommend doing 10 reps on each side, trying to get to 20. Okay, and here, you notice there's space here, and that's okay. There's lots of tension in my back, but again, I'm squeezing my core, trying to squeeze my glutes. This is gonna help force the stretch into the hips, okay? every time I get to the bottom, squeeze the glute. Rotate back over, get to the bottom, squeeze the glute, okay? And the idea here, we're at the end of our range of motion and we're trying to build some strength there. We're trying to teach the body, hey, you can move it here, it's safe. Teaching the brain to accept this new range of motion. So we need to squeeze the muscles, we need to activate them at the end range of motion. So this is not about speed, this is just about consistency. The more you do this, the better you'll get at it. And I've been training this for the last 2 or 3 months now, and when I first started, when I rotated over like this, my hand would come up and slide in. I couldn't keep my hand down. I couldn't keep them flat, both sides. My hands would just slide over because I was so tight. And now I'm to the point where I can keep my hand flat. Okay, and this also has some rotation in the T-spine that I've also been working on. And now I'm getting to the point, in just 2 months, I've only been doing this 10 weeks, so almost 3 months, where I can do it without holding my hands. It looks really ugly, it looks really bad, but that's okay, because I'm still building that strength. I'm teaching my body now to be able to do this movement, so I can do it. It hurts, it sucks, it's really difficult. I can feel it in the hips. My core is on fire. This is almost a full ab workout. I don't need to do crunches or anything. Just do hip mobility and my abs get all the workout they need. So I'm to the point now where it looks like this. It's a struggle, it looks really bad, but I'm improving, I'm getting better. And the more I work on this, hopefully soon, within the next year, I'll look like Ainoa and go on side to side effortlessly. But it doesn't matter. Wherever you are, that's where you need to train and to get better. So try these drills out, try the modifications if you're really tight like me, and be consistent every day. I'm doing this every day. One thing that's really helped me is to do a small warm-up before I do these hip drills. You can do it without a warm-up and that's fine, but obviously if you're warm, your body's just going to move better in general. And if your goal is to have better movement, better mobility, larger range of motion, being warm is ideal. So check below, I'll put a link to a warm-up video. It's real quick, it's like 5-6 minutes, just to warm up the body a little bit, get the blood flowing, and then you can jump straight into this routine every day, every morning, every night, whenever you want, and you will see progress the more you do it. So again, I've been doing this about 10 weeks, couldn't do it without hands, and now I can. So just keep working at it, and let me know what you think. Leave a comment below, and I will see you in the next video.